In today's video, we're going to be covering exactly how we're helping our students be able to get 5, 6, 7, and even 9x ROAS with Facebook ads, where we're literally troubleshooting their exact audiences, figuring out how to reduce overlap, and looking for ways to further scale their actual campaigns. You might be wondering how you could do this exactly for your brand, and that's exactly why we're going to be going through in this call an actual live breakdown with 3 of our actual students, so that way you can see it from their perspective on ways that we actually optimize their campaigns, so you can better understand how you can optimize yours as well. And every business is different, but we're focusing on the data aspect and looking at the numbers and seeing what those tell us, so that way we can further implement our actual strategies around that. So let's go ahead and take a behind the scenes look at exactly how we're doing this with one of our community calls. And if you want to learn more about these actual calls as well and see if you can get access to them, make sure to visit chappell.com, and you can actually go ahead and check out some of these videos as well and see if you want to actually apply for the mentorship. And if you haven't done so already, definitely make sure to give this video a like and subscribe, because it really does help the algorithm, and it means a lot to us because we put a lot of effort into these videos.
Yeah, we've had a good week since we last spoke. Really good week. We're still having the same problem though. We've got a single product that's selling. We just can't manufacture them quick enough, to be honest, which is a good problem to have, obviously, but it's just frustrating because I can't really scale with that particular product, unfortunately. But it's been really good. So I know when we last spoke, one of the things we spoke about was the retargeting campaign. And you mentioned to do an add to cart 180 day, view content 180 day, which I've only just launched this morning. It's not had any spend yet. Presumably those are stacks. That's okay, isn't it, for that?
Of course.
And the other question was, I set this up as a really high funnel when we first started, when we had just catch all sort of thing, really. And do you think I need to be a bit more, bring this down to maybe 180 day or cut some of these video views
once performance goes down?
Because it's okay. I mean, it's like I say, retargeting doesn't really do great things for us, but it's okay. It seems to be okay. I mean, that's last.
Yeah, I'd leave it alone for now. I mean, the frequency is at a 6 almost. So, I mean, you're fine right now.
Okay. I always look at 7 days. Is there any particular benefit of looking at 17 or 14 days on this when I'm analyzing?
We look at this month, this week, last 14, last 7 yesterday, today. We kind of it gives us a good idea just tabbing through all of them, just where things are going.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's cool. One of the other things I was going to ask as well, we've got the interest testing is still working really well at the moment. And so we can't really scale any of these because this is the one. Let me just quickly show you the product that's. You see, this is the product we're just selling out of these. We just can't get them in as quickly as they go. So obviously, this advert has had the most spend on it. Do we switch that off if we run out?
Go to the ad set and scale this up by like 3 times the amount.
The whole ad set.
Yep.
But what happens? Wouldn't it still just have a bias to that particular?
It'll go down. It'll go down.
Okay.
It just needs more spend. If you turn it off, you'd actually do more harm in this case.
Right. Okay.
Because it's carrying the majority of the spend, but these other ads are going to get the flushed out. If you get these other ads to get spend just from raising the budgets, then that's going to be great, because eventually the balance will start to shift.
Because it's going to be in a ratio, isn't it? So these are going to go up.
And check last 7 too. Like, look at your amount spend columns and just go last 7 on it and just see where things are going. Like, yeah, it's still high on that one, but do this week as well.
Yeah, it's definitely given a bias to this ad.
Yeah, and it's already still improving to some degree. So what I would do is I would just scale this audience by like 3 times the amount. Okay,
because what we couldn't understand is, obviously we're selling this product now. Is it because, I mean, it is a seasonal product anyway, so we probably would say it's really hot over it at the moment, so it would sell well at the moment anyway. But what we couldn't understand was, is it selling well because Facebook's dumping all the budget on that particular product, or is it a seasonal?
Give it more spend in all of your everything will be more consistent. Your costs will go way down. You have a data thing going on right now. It wants data, so it's pushing in there because it believes it's going to continue to convert, which is fine. It works in other audiences.
Mm-hmm.
But if you give this thing 30, 40 in each audience, you're going to get a balance of power between the ads very quickly.
And then I suppose we could then see how it goes. And if it stops performing, then I guess you can bring the budget back, bring the budget back down, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because we're running these different ads with different products, should I set it up that way, or would it have been better to have done an ad set with one product and ad set with another product?
No, I think it's fine how it's set up.
Okay.
And just get a blended ROAS. Just come up with your blended ROAS.
So how do you mean when you say blended ROAS? How would I?
So like, let's say you're selling one product. You know what the profit is and what you need to sell at, the cost.
Yeah.
If you have multiple products, you're gonna have different margins on each, I would assume, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So you come up with a blended. So you come up with all the individual ROASs between them, and then you come up with the average between those.
Oh, I see what you mean. So
that gives you a blended target.
Yeah, an average ROAS for all the products, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just have a look. Is there anything else I need to check? I mean, we've had a tidy up. I've got rid of all the ads that we started going through them, I think, last time as well. The ads that had got the no purchases but had got spent. So I think they're all switched off now.
Yeah, I mean, everything looks great. The results are good. Do you have enough inventory to scale?
Not of that one product. We do of the others. The problem with it is that the manufacturing is going to be like 8 or 9 weeks to do the next batch. And we kind of think, well, we'll probably miss the summer by then anyway. We're going to probably have to get them manufactured. But so it's kind of like, because we didn't know and it was new, and obviously next year we can plan ahead better. We can order more in advance. But we can scale some of the others. I mean, I wanted to try and scale. That was the only thing that was holding me back, really, was the fact that we were getting low on inventory, really.
Which products do you have inventory in?
Everything really is these shorts that are the ones, it's the one basically the ad spend's going on. These are the ones that are running low. We've still got, it's just certain 2 colours we've run out of certain sizes, but the other sizes we've got, but it's the popular sizes are the ones that are obviously selling out. But we are going to get some more in, but just not that many. And then after that, it's basically an 8 or 9 week lead time to manufacture some more, which is not ideal, but
yeah, well, good problem to have.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely no, certainly not complaining. I mean, it's just completely taken us by surprise, to be honest, because you order a set amount of everything and you think, well, we'll wait and see which one takes off and which one doesn't, and we're kind of getting a sense of which ones have. But obviously, it's just because it's a new thing, we didn't plan ahead. We just didn't realise it would work. Facebook would work so well for it, really. But it's great.
Crushing it.
Yeah, it is. It's a good start, definitely.
Well, cool. Yeah, I mean, I would certainly increase spend if you can, and then for the products you do have in stock, you could even test another audience just with those standalones. See if you can get them working.
The thing with it is that because sometimes obviously they'll respond to the one ad, but they actually may buy another product. So it's not, although we've got a carousel of one particular product on some of them, I've looked at it, it seems to be that according to the UTMs, they seem to have bought different things. So I suppose it's just getting into the website as a main thing, presumably as a visitor.
Yeah.
With the UTMs, I've been tracking just one last thing. I've been tracking. This is the UTM data, which is kind of similar to the Facebook data, but it's not as expected. It's not particularly that accurate. It doesn't match up perfectly. But I suppose with the UTM, Facebook might attribute to a different ad to what the UTM has, I guess.
That's correct.
So I'm going to log these anyway, just through the orders for the data we've got. Okay, that's fine. So I'll scale these up and then see how we go, and then if we drop in performance, obviously you can scale back presumably.
Okay, perfect.
Great stuff. Okay, Chase, thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks, Warren.
Hi, Chase.
Hey, Thomas.
How are you?
Good, you?
Not too bad, thank you. Let's just jump straight into it. So we've kind of dropped off a little bit, still doing really well compared to last month. If I just show you where we're at. So we'd put that new creative in a couple weeks ago now, and you can see here that as soon as we put that new creative in, it just skyrocketed. Had a really solid week throughout, and since then, without making too many changes, it's kind of dropped off a bit. And the past few days, it's dropped off even more. Still, they're still good days. Just when it starts getting to this level, it drops off a bit. So we're kind of thinking, well, what we can do now to get it back up, whether it's new creative or
launch another variation of that creative.
Yeah, just another variation of it.
Totally.
Okay. Okay, so I can do that. What I have noticed is that our impressions across the board Not even just on like that creative, on all creatives, all interests, everything, compared to just last week. For both UK and US countries, everything's up. You know, the cost is higher, impressions, link clicks are higher by quite a lot as well. If I just show you, so like Wednesday last week, so here's just a few of the ads. So you can see the link clicks are at 34p, impressions £4.42, £2 there, and then you come to today, and then we're at like 47p link clicks, impressions. So it's like double basically from in the space of a week. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out why that might be, whether there's more companies or there's more competition at the moment, less people on the phones, I don't know. But it's across the board, it's on all campaigns, all creatives. Do you have any ideas why that might be, or if there's anything that we can do, or is it just a case of, you know, making better creative and pushing that through?
Yeah, there's 11 factors that go into a CPM cost. I mean, one big thing that always happens this time of year is like starting closer to August, it's a consistent rise up on CPM costs just from all of the advertisers jumping on the platform again, gearing up for the seasonal holidays and Q4 and stuff. But you also have, you know, Prime Day and all these other people who are running sales right now as well.
Yes,
so there's huge spend going on. I mean, like that's like a, you know, multi-billion-dollar day. This week is like Prime stuff, as well as all these other companies that are trying to compete with Amazon are also running sales around the same time. So
yeah, makes sense. I mean, I thought it'd be, you know, competition, because it's not like there's one creative or one, you know, campaign that's just dropped. It's everything. So yeah, it can only be that, really.
Yeah. But another thing is like a good ad that has a solid offer is going to lower your cost per impression always.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what we need to focus on. Then is just creating better ads, better creatives, and trying to put in an offer. Maybe if these are high or keep high, we can look at doing some flash sales, just to kind of keep us on top throughout this, you know, high competition period. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to kind of check that, because like, you know, if we go into this is the best, well, the highest spend campaign, last 30 days. So you can kind of see, if I go on like the reach, see how it's just kind of it's dropping, or has dropped.
Click on your first time impression ratio. This is the number that you want to look at. And then compare that with your, you know, your cost per purchase is rising as your first time impression goes down. Your first time impression ratio is diving. This could be due to a lack of audience size. This also could be related to not spending enough on retargeting. So your audience is trying to overcompensate by showing it to people twice. What's your latest one? What's it at right now for your first time impression ratio here? Is that about 55 on the latest date? 60? Okay, so I mean, like, 60, yeah, basically it's like half of your spend, half of your impressions are actually going towards showing it twice to people. Scroll down here. See when you hover over those 7 changes.
7 changes.
The 7, that's, yeah, there's 7 significant. So you added creatives in here.
Yeah, that's I think that's when the ad started. I don't know why
so scroll up. That helped raise your impressions because it was delivering to new people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then let's scroll down. Audience reach ratio isn't showing for you.
No.
Do you know the estimated size of this audience?
Yeah, it's pretty high. I think it's around about 20-30 million. Yeah, but I have got some new interests ready to go that I have tested. So whether or not it's worth, you know, duplicating this and changing out the interests and refreshing that at some point, I don't know if that's worth it or not.
Yeah, you can always add in a new creative. All right.
Yeah, new creative. So I mean, so if we go for new creative now, I mean, should I try and go after some new interests and duplicate it and go after completely different audiences and see if that helps? Or do you reckon increase, if you said that it's taken away the budget, going out to people, should we increase the retarget campaign? Because that's just been consistently flying. It's been at a 3+ for hours for the last 7 days, 14 days, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's crushing. Yeah, it's doing really good. Let's see here what your impressions are on these replacement for. So the majority of your spin is going to the UK here.
We do have more cold audience spend in the UK as well.
Yeah,
so that's
probably
why. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know if you think it's worth scaling the retarget up to try and pull some of that away from the cold, so that the cold keep targeting new fresh people.
Yeah, definitely raise your spin on retargeting, because that's gonna, it's obviously overcompensating for sure. Let's see what your frequencies are.
Now, if you scroll right, I think it should be on that one anyway.
Oh, which one was it you had it on?
Yeah, if you go contemporary free, I'm pretty sure I got the frequency on the far right on that one. There you go.
All right, 5.98.
It's pretty high.
It's all right. No, I mean, it's just average. I mean, like,
okay,
frequencies go to 13, 26. I mean, it just all depends on diminished return and how often you got to show the video.
Yeah.
You could even expand some of these retargeting audiences too. You might not have enough people in these as well. Like, you might have this really dialed in, but you could probably have a much larger audience that, like, these aren't retargeting video views, are they?
No,
you throw in one audience that targets the video views of the specific ads that you're running in those other audiences, and you're going to be able to bump your frequency on that, and your other audience will automatically take away from the frequency over there.
Just put it in the same campaign.
In the retargeting.
Just a new ad set with the video views. What percentage? 75% video views or 50%, 25%?
You could test it. You could go smaller percent, more percent. The bigger the audience.
Yeah, I'll
and like
look at the size.
The frequency's not like terrible on this lately, but I mean, it's still bringing away from your first time impression ratio by a significant amount.
Yeah. Okay, so doing that might just bring that up basically, and put that audience back into the retarget where it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that. I'll add an ad set into there. I'll look at the audience size and I'll test one, see how it goes on, and I can change them if they're not for me. That won't affect the learning on the others, will it? Or they'll still stay active on because it's a CBO.
It should, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it should be fine.
Cool.
Okay, I can do that. And then there's just been a couple of new things come out on Facebook. I was testing them. Sorry if I just show you. It was Advantage Plus, and they've changed all the conversions to sales over purchases. So I thought, I'll just test that just to see if there's anything that will majorly change today. So I was going to run them.
Which Advantage Plus are you using?
I mean, this is all it gave me. It just came up with this. It didn't really give me much. So I kind of activated that just to see if that would bring anything different to what we're seeing in the other campaigns. But it does. I mean, I'll leave it for a few days, but so far it's nothing showing out. It's not bringing in super low impressions or anything like that or clicks. So cool. I'll keep it running and see how that goes. And then TikTok, I've tested new creatives, but kind of got to give that a bit of time before I touch base with you on that one.
Wonderful.
So yeah, I think that's it from me.
Well, great deal. Yeah, you said your TikTok ads are performing well.
Yeah, I've put some new creative into this one, which seems to be the retarget's doing well. We'll budget on that on Monday, so kind of give that a bit of time. I put a new creative in here, so I'm going to see how that does. I've got to do something that you told me on Monday, which is to just alter that creative, a bit like Facebook now as well, and just test that on that one. They're doing okay, nothing major, but I think I've got to just keep testing.
Great.
I think some of it will hit eventually. And I've set up the post checkout survey. So far, we've got no TikTok. No people have surveyed TikTok yet as their first time seeing us. So we'll see how that goes. It's a bit early to tell yet. And we've got less spend on TikTok, but that'll be interesting.
Cool. Awesome. I like it.
Perfect. Cheers, Chase. Thank you.
All righty. Cheers. Bye.
Here, when you look at reports.
Yeah. You're only promoting one product, correct?
Well, I've only got one product in stock. I've got loads of stock coming.
Okay, but you're only selling one product here, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, what you do is just like identify the profit margin you have left in your product and then add in the cost per result and then whatever is left over. I mean, are you profitable daily?
I am currently. So my break-even ROAS is about 1.5.
Oh, yeah, you have huge room to scale.
Yeah.
There you go. So key metric, break-even ROAS plus your cost per result. You're good to go.
Okay. And then just so as long as that's within range, which it obviously is, then you just keep scaling daily, or do you leave it?
Not daily. What are you at right now on spend daily? Yeah. So, I mean, you have room to scale. I mean, you could scale up. Goodness, your return on ad spend is incredible. Yeah, that's awesome. You should definitely scale. I would scale. I mean, $50 on retargeting, you could bump that up to 60, 70. Your prospecting, you could bump up to 80, 90.
Okay.
And then in a few days, I'd do it like every 3 days. You have room. Your ROAS will go down potentially.
Yes.
But there's always going to be a certain threshold. But I mean, like, you could be at 1,000 daily potentially, right? At a 3x.
Yeah.
Just given how much room you have here.
Okay. Okay.
But there's going to be an equilibrium that you're going to encounter, and that's where you want to stay.
Yeah. So then once it's keeping a close eye on it, as the ROAS starts dropping, providing the sales are still coming in, right?
It will drop as you scale over time. That's just a normal process.
Okay. But if my break even is 1.5, where would I want it to be? Around 2? Say if I was spending 1,000, or is that not a criteria?
I would look at your profit, your leftover profit.
And
you could be at 500 daily and then be at a 6x and be crushing it. And then 1,000 daily could be at 2x and you'd still have less profit.
Okay. And then with the profit, do you spend a percentage? Is there a percentage that you spend on ads? Like 30%, 50%, or do you just guess?
Yeah, that's an internal question you have to ask. I mean, if you want to continue expanding, you certainly can. If, in your position, I would look for more ways to scale up for one. I mean, like the first goal would be to obviously get to 300 daily. That's like an easy next target for you. Like 300 daily spend.
On both campaigns or between them?
Yeah, just from now you're at 116, you could easily get up to 300, I think, within a matter of a week.
Yeah, okay.
Like, no problem. And still be maintaining great results, like for sure, just knowing these metrics. And then like from there, next target, 500, 600, see where you land. And then start to, at that point, you're going to have so many customers coming through. I put a major emphasis on emails and SMS because you're going to be extracting like an insane amount of additional profit out of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's not going to cost you anything to send out a blast and be like, hey, buy this. And then I'd look for more ways to encounter like selling an additional product. Do you have other products outside this major winner?
So I've got new styles coming. So I'm just in production, the design stage. So basically it's just me in my sitting room at the moment, just kind of doing this. So I don't really at the moment send out any emails. So
near term, let's just hit a 300 daily spend target and see where your results are.
Okay.
Because these results are great. And then let's see how the balance is with the inventory and everything that you're handling. Because eventually, long term, if you were to timetable this out, let's say you're spending 1,000 a day, you're still maintaining like 3, 4, 5x ROAS. I mean, you're gonna have so many customers coming through. Plus, anytime you send out an email, if you send out an email to say 6,000 customers, you get like 10% to buy.
Yeah.
It didn't cost you anything to send out the email.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a huge wave of sales every single time. Plus, then you release new products. You do a product launch for the new list. Boom, send that out and you get like a huge wave of purchases. The returning customer rate is literally just going to carry an insane amount of the flow through of profit for you as well.
Okay, so I've got a pop-up. So I've got Klaviyo installed and there's a pop-up which captures email. Is that the best way to do it?
Don't do that yet. We don't want anything to interrupt your return on ad spend.
Okay.
Let's just collect the emails from the purchases right now.
Okay.
Because your acquisition is just so good on the upfront.
Okay. And then I've also just installed like a one-click upsell. So it's the Zipify one. So when they check out, they have that option to buy a mascara or a brow definer or something like that. Just to try and get my
that's awesome.
Average order value up. Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so definitely scale up. I would add like $20 on these for sure, on each of them very quickly. And then a couple of days, do it again. Keep doing it.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully by Monday I'll be there.
Yeah, awesome. Great. Great stuff, Sal. So there you have it. That was one of our one-on-one coaching calls where you can actually see exactly how we're optimizing, going through with each individual student, what the results look like at the current moment, and ways that they're looking to actually scale. Some of them are selling out their inventory, just got some stock back in. Others are looking to break into that next 200K month. Others are looking to reduce, actual audience overlap so that way they can scale further. And some have an incredible ROAS and are just wanting to get more sales. And these are the exact things that we cover inside of our one-on-one Ads Mastery Mentorship program, where we literally break down exact strategies on how you can actually get better results with your Facebook and TikTok ads. So if you want to actually apply to be part of our one-on-one mentorship, definitely make sure to click the link below this video or DM me the word mentor at @RealChaseChappell on Instagram, and I'm happy to send you more information on how everything works. I do have to let you know that there are 10 spots available every single month, so they are limited and we only accept certain types of individuals to make sure that they can have the best success, because we want to make sure our students are able to get incredible results like you've seen before. So if that does sound like something that interests you, make sure to go ahead and actually submit that form below and speak with somebody on our team. And once again, y'all, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's your favorite digital marketer here at Chase Chappell. Cheers and bye, y'all. Hey, if you made it to the end of this video, then I know you're an ambitious learner and you're looking for more. So go ahead and click this video here. I hand selected it for you.